My beloved child, stop for a moment. Stop your steps, stop your racing thoughts, and above all, stop that constant judgment you pass upon yourself. It is me. I am Jesus. I am not a distant voice echoing in the void of the universe, nor am I a historical figure trapped in the pages of an ancient book. I am a living, breathing, real presence right here beside you at this very moment. I have come to meet you today because I have heard the whisper of your soul. I have seen how, in the solitude of your room, you sometimes wonder if I am really listening, if you really matter to me, or if your prayers are just bouncing off the ceiling. I have come to break that silence. I have come to look you in the eyes, to bypass the walls you have built to protect yourself, and to tell you what your heart has been desperate to hear. I see you. I know you. And I love you with a love that has no beginning and no end. A love that does not depend on your achievements or your failures or how strong you feel today. I want you to take a deep breath. Feel the air filling your lungs. That breath is a gift from me. It is physical proof that I have a purpose for you. As long as there is breath in your body, there is hope in your story. I know you are tired. It is not just a physical tiredness that is cured by sleeping a few extra hours. It is a tiredness of the soul. It is the weight of trying to keep everything under control, of trying to be strong for everyone else, of trying to figure out the future before it arrives. I have seen how you carry responsibilities I did not give you. I have seen how you worry about things that are completely out of your hands, and today, I want you to give me those burdens. Imagine taking off a heavy backpack, a backpack full of stones called past, guilt, debt, fear, and expectations. Let it go. Drop it at my feet. I am the only one with shoulders broad enough to carry the weight of the world and the weight of your life. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. My yoke is easy and my burden is light. Let's talk about your heart. I know there have been moments when you felt broken, betrayed, or misunderstood. I have been with you in every one of those dark nights. When you cried and thought no one saw you, I was collecting every tear. None fell to the ground. They all fell into my hands. I know the pain of betrayal. Remember that I too was betrayed by a friend with a kiss. I know the pain of rejection. Remember that my own did not receive me. I know the pain of extreme loneliness. Remember my cry on the cross. There is no valley of shadow you are walking through that my feet have not walked before. I do not speak to you from the distance of a faraway throne. I speak to you from the closeness of the scar. My wounds allow me to understand yours. And because I understand your pain, I can heal it. I am not coming to put a superficial bandage on you. I am coming to cleanse the wound from the inside, to draw out the poison of bitterness, resentment, and disappointment, and to pour the oil of my spirit so that you truly heal. Perhaps you have felt unworthy lately. The enemy, the accuser, has been whispering lies into your ear. He tells you that you are not enough, that you have made too many mistakes, that you have failed too many times to be used by God. He reminds you of your falls, your weaknesses, your moments of anger or doubt. But I say to you today, silence those voices. I do not define you by your falls. I define you by my rising. When I look at you, I do not see your sins, because those were already washed away by my blood at Calvary. When I look at you, I see my own righteousness upon you. You are my masterpiece. You are the apple of my eye. You are my friend. Do you understand what it means to be my friend? It means I do not hide my plans from you. It means I enjoy your company. It means your voice is sweet to me. You don't need to be perfect to approach me. You just need to be sincere. Give me your broken heart, and I will make it new. Give me your weak will, and I will strengthen it. Give me your confused mind, and I will give it clarity. I want to speak to you about anxiety, that shadow that chases you and steals your peace. Anxiety lies to you. It tells you that tomorrow will be a disaster. It tells you that provision will fail. It tells you that sickness will win. But I am the Lord of time. I have already been to your tomorrow, and I have prepared it for you. Why do you worry about clothes or food? Look at the lilies of the field. They do not labor or spin, yet not even Solomon in all his splendor was dressed like one of these. If I care for the grass that is here today and gone tomorrow, how much more will I not care for you, O you of little faith? I am your provider. I am Jehovah Jireh. I do not depend on this world's economy, nor on your job, nor on the news. My economy is the kingdom, and in my kingdom there is no recession, no lack, no crisis. I have unlimited resources, and I have 1,000 ways to bless you that you cannot even imagine. I only ask you to trust. Not to understand everything, but to trust. Faith is confidence in what we hope for, and assurance about what we do not see. Trust that I am good and that my plans for you are plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in a future. Sometimes you feel I am moving slowly. You pray and it seems the answer doesn't come. You see others receiving their miracles and you ask, "What about me, Lord?" My child, my timing is not your timing. You see the moment. I see the full picture. You see the urgency. I see the purpose. What you call delay, I call preparation. I am working on your character while you wait for the miracle. I am strengthening your roots so that when the blessing comes, it won't destroy you, but you will be able to sustain it. I am aligning pieces you do not see. I am moving hearts in your favor. I am closing doors that would lead to destruction and opening doors that will lead to your destiny. Do not be impatient. He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. I will not leave anything unfinished with you. I did not bring you this far to abandon you in the desert. If I brought you out of Egypt, it is to bring you into the promised land. But we must cross the wilderness together. And in this wilderness, I am your daily manna. I am your water from the rock. I am your cloud by day and your fire by night. You lack nothing if you have me. My child, let us come a little closer. In the first part, I spoke to you about resting and letting go of guilt, but now I want to talk to you about fire. I want to talk to you about that invisible but invincible force I placed inside you, your faith. I have seen how you look at the obstacles in your life. I see how you stand before that mountain, that giant debt, that medical diagnosis, that family conflict that seems to have no solution, and you feel small. You feel like an ant in front of Everest. But listen to me well. The problem is not the size of the mountain. The problem is that you are measuring the mountain with your human strength, instead of measuring it with my power. Do you remember what I said about the mustard seed? It is the smallest seed, almost invisible in the palm of your hand. Yet, inside it, there is a code of life capable of becoming a giant tree. That is how your faith is. You do not need faith the size of a mountain to move a mountain. You need small but genuine faith, placed in an infinite God. Stop telling me how big your problem is and start telling your problem how big I am. When you change your focus, the mountain begins to tremble. I have heard you pray asking to see in order to believe. You say to me, "Lord, show me the solution and then I will trust. Give me the money and then I will be at peace." But my kingdom works in reverse. In my kingdom, you believe first and see later. Does the farmer wait to see the fruit before planting the seed? No. He sows in the empty earth, trusting in an invisible law that will make life grow. You are that farmer. Your prayers, your declarations, and your actions are seeds. If you want to see a harvest of miracles, you have to sow trust in the soil of uncertainty. Declaring victory before seeing it is not deceiving yourself. It is aligning yourself with my superior truth. It is calling things that are not as though they were. I want to talk to you about your words. I have noticed how doubt infiltrates your vocabulary. You pray with faith in the morning, but in the afternoon you speak defeat with your friends. You say, "I hope God helps me." But then you add, "Although the situation is very difficult, I don't think I'll get out of this." Child, your mouth is a rudder. If you declare ruin, you are steering your ship toward ruin. If you declare sickness, you are opening the door to discouragement. I want you to align your mouth with my promise. The next time you see the unpayable bill, do not say, "I am ruined." Say, "My God will meet all my needs according to the riches of his glory." It is not denying reality. It is imposing a superior reality over the temporary circumstance. Your words are spiritual decrees. Use them to build, not to destroy. But faith is not just speaking. Faith is moving. Faith without works is dead. It is like a body without breath. Many of my children are waiting on the Lord, but in reality, they are paralyzed by fear. Waiting on me does not mean sitting down to watch life pass by. It means walking confidently, knowing that I go with you. Do you want that job? Prepare your resume, get trained, wake up early, dress up as if you already had the interview. Do you want healing? Start taking care of your temple. Start speaking life over your cells. Start doing what is within your reach while I do the impossible. When the 10 lepers asked me for healing, I did not heal them right there. I told them, "Go, show yourselves to the priests." They were still lepers when they started walking. It was as they went that they were cleansed. The miracle happened in the movement. If they had stayed waiting to look healthy before walking, they would have died sick. Today, I tell you, start walking. Take the first step, even if your legs are shaking. The Red Sea did not open while Moses was crying on the shore. It opened when he raised his staff and the people marched. Move your foot toward the water, and I will open the way. Your movement activates my power. I know there are storms. Oh, I know them well. I remember that night in the boat with my disciples. The wind howled, the waves struck with fury, and water was entering the boat. They were experienced fishermen, but they were terrified. And I was sleeping. I was not sleeping out of indifference. I was sleeping because I knew my Father. I knew that no storm has authority over the Son of God. When they woke me up screaming, "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" I saw their fear. They were not afraid of the water. They were afraid of death, of losing control. Today, you are in a boat that is rocking violently. The news scares you, the economy fluctuates, relationships are strained, and sometimes you feel that I am sleeping. You feel that I don't care. But I am here. I am in your boat. And as long as I am in your boat, you will not sink. I did not promise you smooth sailing, but I promised you a safe landing. I want to give you my peace. Not the peace the world gives when everything goes well, but the peace that transcends all understanding. The peace that allows you to sleep in the middle of chaos. That peace is a weapon of war. When the devil throws a storm at you and you respond with worship and calm, you disarm him. Your peace tells the enemy, "My trust is not in the waves, it is in the one who made the sea." I want to teach you the secret of advanced gratitude. People give thanks when they receive the gift. Faith gives thanks when it makes the request. When I stood before Lazarus' tomb, before the dead man came out, I looked up and said, "Father, I thank you that you have heard me." I gave thanks before the miracle. Can you do the same today? Can you thank me for the healing you do not yet feel? Can you thank me for the provision you do not yet see in the bank? Can you thank me for the restoration of your child who is still far away? When you give thanks in advance, you are signing the receipt of reception in the Spirit. You are saying, "I know you are faithful. I know it is already on the way." Gratitude accelerates the miracle. Complaining stops it. Change your lament into praise, and you will see how the walls of Jericho fall. Speaking of walls, I know you face barriers that seem impenetrable. Doors closed again and again. You have been told no so many times that you have started to believe that is your destiny. But I am he who opens doors that no one can shut, and shuts doors that no one can open. Sometimes I allow a door to close to protect you because behind it there was destruction, even though you saw glitter. And sometimes the door is closed because I want you to knock it down with your perseverance. The persistent widow obtained justice not because the judge was good, but because she did not give up. Do not stop knocking. Do not stop praying. Perseverance is the proof of faith. If you give up today, you will never know if the miracle was scheduled for tomorrow. Do not fear, little flock. I have overcome the world, and that victory is yours. You do not have to fight to obtain victory. You have to fight from victory. The battle was already won on the cross. The record of debt that stood against you was canceled. The enemy is disarmed. He only has a roar left, but he has no teeth to devour you if you do not let him. Rise up today with dignity. Shake off the dust of failure. Look in the mirror and say, I am a child of the Most High. I am a carrier of God's glory. I am unstoppable. I am giving you new strength, like that of the ox. I am anointing you with fresh oil. Feel how my spirit empowers you right now. That weakness leaves. That discouragement dissipates. I inject you with divine hope. Not a hope of I wish it would happen, but the certainty of I know that my Redeemer lives. Walk today knowing that warrior angels go by your side, that my presence goes before you opening a breach, and that my glory goes as your rear guard protecting you. Everything is going to be all right, better than you imagine. Just believe. Just trust. Just walk. My child, we have journeyed deep today. We have dealt with your wounds, your fears, and your battles, but now I need you to lift your eyes higher. I didn't just heal you so you could be comfortable. I healed you so you could be dangerous to the kingdom of darkness. I didn't just free you so you could enjoy life. I freed you so you could set others free. It is time to shift from a survival mindset to a kingdom mindset. You look around at the world today and you see chaos. You see division, anger, fear, and moral decay. Your natural instinct is to hide, to protect yourself and your family, to build walls and wait for the end. But I say to you, do not hide your light under a basket. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. I have placed you in this exact generation, in your exact city, in your exact workplace on purpose. You are my ambassador there. When people see you, they should see a glimpse of me. They should see peace in the middle of a storm. They should see kindness in the face of hate. They should see integrity in a culture of corruption. You are the salt of the earth. Salt stops the rot. Your presence stops decay in your environment. I know you feel small. You think, Lord, what can I do? I'm just one person. But did I not use a shepherd boy with a sling to save a nation? Did I not use a simple fisherman to turn the world upside down? It is not about your ability, it is about your availability. If you give me your yes, I will provide the power. Stop waiting until you feel ready or qualified. I do not call the qualified, I qualify the called. And today I am calling you to step up. Who around you needs hope? Who needs a meal? Who needs a word of encouragement? Be my hands and feet today. I want to speak about standing firm. The storms of life will come. I never promised they wouldn't. In fact, I told you, in this world, you will have trouble. But I followed it with, take heart, I have overcome the world. The difference between a house that falls and a house that stands is not the storm. The storm hits both. The difference is the foundation. If you build your life on your emotions, on the economy, on people's opinions, you will collapse when the winds blow. But if you build your life on the rock of my word, you will be unshakable. To stand firm means that when the doctor gives a bad report, you do not crumble because your trust is not in the report but in the healer. It means when the bank account runs dry, you do not panic because your trust is not in money, but in the provider. I am developing spiritual grit in you. I am raising up oaks of righteousness that cannot be easily uprooted. Do not despise the testing of your faith. The testing produces perseverance, and perseverance must finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. Let us address those situations in your life that look absolutely dead. The Lazarus situations, the relationships that seem beyond repair, the dreams that have been buried for 4 days and stink of decay. I am the resurrection and the life. I specialize in dead things. Man's extremity is my opportunity. When everyone else says it's over, I say, watch me work. Do not put a period where I have put a comma. Do not bury what I still intend to resurrect. I am calling for a radical, ridiculous faith today that believes that even bones can live again if I breathe on them. Speak life to those dead situations. Prophecy to them. My child, I want to give you the eternal perspective. Life on earth is a vapor. It is here for a moment and then gone. Yet you spend so much energy worrying about temporary things: houses, cars, status, wrinkles, bank balances. These things will all burn. What matters is what lasts for eternity: your soul, the souls of others, and your relationship with me. When you view your current struggles through the lens of eternity, they lose their crushing weight. As Paul wrote, "For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all." Think about heaven. Think about your real home. A place where there is no more tear, no more death, no more mourning, no more crying, no more pain. The former things will pass away. I am preparing a place for you. Let that hope anchor your soul. You are just passing through this world. You are a pilgrim. Do not drive your tent pegs too deep into this temporary soil. Keep your eyes fixed on the prize. As we draw this time together to a close, I want to release a fresh commissioning over you. I am putting a new mantle on your shoulders. It is a mantle of authority, of boldness, of compassion. Go out into your world and be Jesus to them. Heal the sick, raise the dead, cleanse those who have leprosy, drive out demons. Freely you have received, freely give. Do not be afraid of their faces. Do not be afraid of their rejection. They rejected me first. And remember my final promise before I ascended. Surely I am with you always to the very end of the age. You never enter a room alone. You never face a battle alone. The same Spirit that raised me from the dead lives in you. You are ready, you are equipped, you are loved. Go now in my peace and walk in my power. I am yours and you are mine. Forever.